What's up, everyone? We are working on the Elmo side quest for the Zeiss region. We collected the gasoline from Ruan, and now we just need to head over to the airship that crash landed on the trap plains to try to get the actual combustion engine from them so we can hopefully go fix the pump at Elmo Hot Springs and do all that good stuff. And I remember accidentally stumbling upon these guys earlier, thankfully, otherwise I would have to go looking for them. Say, who are you lot? We're from the Bracer Guild, sir. I see. I'd totally forgotten about it in the chaos. Yes, we have the engine in our cargo hold. Reno, give me a hand. Yes, sir. Sorry to keep you waiting. We've got it. Sorry to trouble you. Not at all. I'm sorry we bothered picking it up if things were going to end up like this. Still, all this to help get a hot spring working in a situation like this? Bracers seem to have different priorities than we do. Forgive us. We know things are difficult right now. No, please don't misunderstand me. I wasn't being sarcastic. For a soldier, being unable to use your orbital weaponry is nerve-wracking. Struggling today. We're all struggling to figure out some other way to fight off our enemies. Meanwhile, you guys are moving around with all the confidence in the world. We could learn a thing or two from you. We're just doing what we think is right, is all. We're hardly paragons of enlightenment and wisdom ourselves, sir. We're all simply groping in the dark, looking for an answer. True enough. At times like this, it's only right that we should be going the extra arc to keep the people at ease. Good luck restoring the hot springs, Bracers. Thank you. You bet. Leave it to us. Alright, now we've got everything. Should we get back to Elmo and work on the pump? Yeah, I'm ready to work on it. Make sure I go the correct direction. I always think that giant snake is a quest monster, and it's not. Okay, I've got the materials. Time to upgrade the pump. Yeah. Still though, are you sure you don't need help? Well, I've prepared a diagram for the upgrades. So would you separate the parts like it says? Sure. That seems like something even we can do. Well then, allow me to help too. Alright. Yep, it's finished. Alright. Good work, Tita. As skillful as ever. We don't know if it'll work out or not yet. Let's test it right now. Whoa! Looks like the rotor in the pump started moving. Goodness, I didn't think you'd actually get the pump working. Thanks. I can hardly believe it. Now we can let people go in the baths as much as they please. I'm glad we could help. Well, it was about 90% thanks to Tita, though. That's not true at all. I could only upgrade it because you went out and found what we needed, Estelle. Still, this time we really did end up traveling all over the place. orbital shutdown phenomenon is certainly taking a toll on our time and stamina. Very true. Technology ceasing to function deals severe damage to a society built on it. At this rate, the situation is only going to get worse. Well, no need to be so pessimistic. Even with ordnance stopped, we managed to get the pump working. People can do anything if they put their minds to it, don't you think? Nicely said. Anyway, it's a job well done. You should go and take the first baths for yourself and relax from your journey. Oh, I know. Here's some special medicinal tea handed down in my family. You should drink it when you get out of the bath. It'll fix you right up. And so Estelle's group took a bath, dined on a feast of Eastern dishes, and left the Maple Leaf Inn behind them. And I got a new recipe. Well, new food that I need to eat in order to get the recipe. Where'd you go? Ah, there it is. Of course it's at the top. HP recovery 100% cures all status ailments? Are you kidding me? God, I want to use that just to get the recipe so I can make it. That is insanely strong. Full recovery and cures status ailments. But for now, we need to go turn in side quests. And I might try to quickly talk to citizens again, but I don't know if anything would have changed. It might, because we did the Elmo thing. But then we are heading to Grand Cell. I received word from the factory chief. It sounds like you're rather busy. Did something come up? Ah, right, we should make a report. That's what I was planning to do. Ah, I see. Sounds like you've really been taking bracer work to heart. Yeah, I know it's kind of a small thing to worry about in an emergency like this, but I can't just abandon people in trouble. Yes, that is the mentality of a bracer. I think it was the right decision. The second principle of the Bracer Guild Code is prioritizing civilian safety. Your line of thinking, therefore, was correct. You can keep your head high when you say what you've accomplished. Thanks. I feel a bit more confident hearing that from you, Kilika. That ends our report. Well then, I'll have your work assessed immediately. When you're ready to be paid, give me your report again in full. So just come and report again to get paid? Yes, please. Good work. It seems to have successfully accomplished your goals. If you complete any missions, come report them to me. I forgot she says that every time. Okay. And it seemed like that did change things. Yeah, so we'll walk around and talk to people again. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. It's just not working because of the orbital shutdown phenomenon. Hate to say it to Bruno, but he's just gonna have to give up. It's great that we all managed to get the freight vehicle to the side of the road, but like I thought, there's nothing wrong with it. What a pain. I've got deliveries to do now, too. Everyone at the Central Factory is really busy preparing to resume their research. It'll be good practice for my daughter Muriel, who's an apprentice over there. That girl has a bad habit of underestimating what it means to work. That girl's just a snot. I don't like Muriel at all. Can't use orbital lights, so night sure seems to come fast lately. It certainly may be inconvenient, but it's better for your health. Wake with the rising of the sun, and rest with the setting of it. Everyone lived that way when I was young. Yeah, they did all change their dialogue. Since we can't use a stove, I bought some fuel. Bell Station really does have everything. It's reassuring having a store with a good selection nearby at times like this. I'm struggling with the doors at the moment. Goodness. Guns have always been our main trade, but this time we've got a bunch of good close-range weaponry in. I didn't really want to, but, well, sometimes you don't have a choice. So did you get anything new? No. I haven't seen the light of a lamp in a while. It's beautiful. It's a little bit dim compared to an ornament light, but it has such warmth to it. A bit ago, someone came from the central factory and bought some lamp oil. They use nothing but orbital lights over there, so I'm sure they're having a tough time. Thanks to the glasses they designed, you can even make it through the pitch black dark of the Chaldea tunnel. I feel kind of bad for just complaining now. Ornaments aren't working, so chores have become a real pain in the butt. If I don't get the medicine for my shoulder, doing any kind of work is quite painful. I'd really love to take some time off and relax at the Elmo hot springs. So do it! We fixed them. They work now. Before I forget the church again. In order to prepare for emergencies, we're making extra medicine. I certainly hope these precious precautions prove unnecessary, however. Being unable to use ordnance is a serious safety issue. As you may be aware, orbital lighting has an anti-monster effect as well. Now, when monsters attacked before, the royal army fought very well, but one must remember, they could still use ordnance at that time. Man, I should have talked to the people of Elmo before I left. That was kind of dumb, because I have to go back down there to talk to them. Apparently they still don't know why ordnance aren't working. With the central factory in that state, I suppose it's obvious research wouldn't get anywhere. Thinking about that, the severity of the situation is pretty clear. Soot collects on maps, huh? I've got to clean them every once in a while, or they might turn pitch black. Ornament lights are so much better. Given the situation, there aren't many guests. Looks like my days of putting up with this will continue until the scheduled liners resume. Yep. Kinda hard to do anything without electricity. She's never on the ground floor. Everyone's having trouble since the ordnance stopped. Not me and my sister, though. We don't use ordnance at all that much in the kitchen, so we're fine. Really, the only person who does it is my sister's boyfriend. Your sister has a boyfriend? It's the first I've heard of that. Oh, there he is. I looked right past him because he's orange. Russell's currently out helping the army. Some researchers handpicked by Russell are with him, too. I guess this means that the fate of the kingdom's been entrusted to them, huh? As a fellow member of the Central Factory, I feel like I can live proudly with my head held high. I almost forgot about the bar. Seems like the Central Factory's got things pretty rough in the research department right now. Louise has been heading out there really early these days. I'm keeping an eye on her little sister while she's away. Really, the orbital shutdown phenomenon's had a huge effect on everyone. Seems the factory folk are interested in that floating object. Oh, investigating unknown phenomena is a favorite activity of researchers, after all. Though I shouldn't joke, things are very serious right now. Did you guys see that floating object too? According to the rumors, there's something like a city on top of it. Seriously, it's like something out of a fairy tale. I think that was everybody down here. Ah, welcome. Would you like some flowers? No matter how frustrated you let yourself get, that won't make things better. It's exactly the time I hope people will stop and look at the flowers. Flowers can be quite calming, you know. Welcome, welcome. Want something cold to drink? From what I hear, the orbment charging stations aren't working. That's exactly the time for a drink. Drink one down and a go. Easy as pie energy restoration. Apparently some of the Army's patrol ships have crashed. It was a bit of luck that the factory ship didn't end the same way. In that sense, we're still well off, I'd say. The dock functions on orbital technology, so we can't do a damn thing until things are back up and running. That's the downside to getting too high-tech. It might be convenient most of the time, but you're screwed if things go awry. Seems like you managed to get the pump working, huh? If I could, I'd love to go to Elmo and have a nice long soak. Well, that'll be for another time. Lately, there have been a lot of inquiries related to airships. There have especially been a lot of inquiries from the Empire and Republic. To have this phenomenon happen right after we were so happy landing that big contract? So this is what they mean to have everything go up in smoke, huh? For now, we just figured it'd be best to do some good old-fashioned maintenance. Not that maintenance means all that much besides oiling some bits and polishing others, but I'm sure the machines appreciate it more than just doing nothing. If we could mass-produce those zero-field generators, the chaos would subside, but mass-producing such a complex piece of equipment is a bit of a ridiculous order. Though, this is Professor Russell we're talking about. With him, anything seems possible. There's a good view of that floating object from the roof here. A gentleman and his child went up there moments ago to have a look. To just head to the roof for a closer peek? I suppose curiosity could be said to be the defining characteristic of this city, though. True. Oh, hi. You weren't here before. Highway lights are out, so traveling on any road's dangerous these days. I suspect that passage through the Caldia Tunnel is especially bad, but that's also the only way to get to Ruan. Man, I hope I don't get an escort job in that direction. Aw. We have no idea when the basement factory will be back up and running. It's a highly automated workshop, so there's not much we can do if orbments aren't working. Yeah. Can't really do all that stuff by hand. Oh, you all. Were you able to fix the hot springs pump? Yes, somehow. Yep, feel free to visit them anytime you like now. Oh, that's good news. I'll definitely take a trip over once my work's calmed down. Please do. You have to remember to relax sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. Every machine needs maintenance after all. Thank you for your kind warning. I'll be sure to remember it. This is just the worst. I've got to go collect documents from the 5th floor. Oh, I hate stairs. Wow. Talk about lazy. Not being able to use guns anymore was a heck of a shock. No point in being depressed forever, I guess. If I let myself get depressed over 1 or 2 setbacks, I'll never make any grand discoveries. True. No matter how many times I think about it, I can't come up with any explanation. That object floating in the sky, and the shutdown phenomenon. There should be something connecting them, but I just don't know what that something is. Us engineers are working on a response to the current phenomenon. The more I think about it, the more I understand just how unique this phenomenon is. For now, we're still sort of floored by it just happening at all. There's no plan in sight at the moment. An orbital shutdown phenomenon, huh? I'm pretty bad on the theory side. I might just be in everyone's way here. Aw. I'm sure they appreciate your help either way. Phew, finally managed to get back. Okay, his dialogue did not change at all. Neither did his. Seems like it's the first time I've seen Antoine in a while. Really, where was this kitty, I wonder? On the Arce. He was with us. And he gave me a book. The professor's out, and I don't know where he went. I'm sure at this point he's all worked up in researching this phenomenon. Yeah, I better do my best too. I may not hold a candle to the professor, but there should still be plenty I can do. Perhaps the professor's involved in these weird events. Like, one of his secret experiments failed, and now orbital power throughout the kingdom's gone. No way, right? Even he, of all people, wouldn't do an experiment that dangerous. The fact that I can't say that for sure makes it all the scarier. Oh yeah, you're useless. Every time. I walk out that door every time. You guys are all still just chilling up here? If I'm going to be summoned to heaven, I'd like to go as beautiful as I am now. She's an interesting one. When that floating object appeared, the sky seemed like it shone gold for a moment. Speaking from a Septium perspective, gold represents space. There may be a connection between the two. I wonder how something so big is floating. Maybe it's equipped with the same kind of orbital engine as an airship. Well, that's one idea, but it all seems impossible to be honest. After all orbments aren't working. Yeah, I definitely should have talked to the people of Elmo before I came back to town. That was really dumb. So I gotta go all the way back there and wolf for it. And then Lyston Fortress, all on the way to Grand Cell. To continue the actual main story. We'll get there eventually. I know Mr. Gerwin's as curious as I am, but why did the pump start working? If there's a way to work around this shutdown phenomenon, I'd like it if our guns could be made useful. It's super nerve-wracking not having our guns work, you know? The hot springs pump is back in working order. I suppose one of the technicians from the central factory must have fixed it. I wish they'd fix the lights while they're at it. You and me both, buddy. I heard from the soldiers here on patrol, but apparently ordnance aren't working throughout Liberal. That's pretty scary. Crazy. Not scary. I mean, it's scary too, but that's not the word she used. It's good to have the pump fixed. The inn can continue business, and it really saves us the time of boiling water. That's especially helpful now with ordnance not working. I was sure the equipment here was orbital driven, though. How is it working then? Welcome. The baths are finally available for use. Please relax and enjoy yourselves. Seems like the hot water's flowing again. I guess Alvin's prayers to the goddess must have worked. There was a person up there before. She's not there now. Hey, you guys. Seems like you fixed the pump, huh? I guess this is the second time, but looking forward to seeing you in the future. As guests next time, hopefully. I got stuck on a chair. There she is. I came to see the baths, and the pump really is fixed. Yes, we're back in business. Ah, nothing's finer than a freshly drawn bath. It was worth sticking around until they were up and running again. I missed that guy the first time, I guess, because I didn't actually come back here. That's okay. Now, Wolf Fort. And then Leiston Fortress. And then Sanctime Gate. I'm very glad that this part of the chapter is pretty much done now. I'm quite tired of just walking around talking to everybody over and over and over again. I love that all the NPCs get a story. Like, it's great. But it gets really exhausting. But just in case somebody has, like, a book or a recipe or something else missable, just like the S-Craft in Ruan. If I hadn't gone back to talk to that lady, I would not have gotten that S-Craft. So I don't want to miss anything else. I don't want to be alone in a situation like this. I don't blame you. See? This is why. If I hadn't come back to Wolf Fort, I would have missed another Gambojack. But that means there's probably not another missable in the region. Maybe it would be better if I didn't know. Yeah, probably. Okay, so we are going to walk back to town, walk out of town to go to the east, head over to Leiston. I don't know if we'll be able to go into Leiston or not, and then head on through to Grand Cell and go to the palace and talk to the queen. And then continue the main storyline on from there, hopefully. That's the plan. I think I will end the video right here, though, and then I'll skip ahead some of the walking stuff. I won't make you guys watch me walk all the way over there. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.